All right, welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. It's the Ty Butler Show. We are streaming live on YouTube. We are on Twitter as well at Ty D Butler. Hit me up, man. I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit the retweet button if you're on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, share, man. Tell people about us. We are on and popping. We will become more regularly scheduled once we hit September. I'm still trying to figure out what time we're gonna go on every single day, but we will be on every single weekday, especially because we've got the football season that we're gearing up for, and I'm so excited, despite me being a Jet fan. But yeah, we will be more regularly scheduled and have some guests on and do a bunch of cool stuff. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. What did they say? Smash that subscribe button. We're on Twitter. Hit me up at Ty D Butler. So tomorrow night, I can tell you this: at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be joined by Claire DeLune um, of the Guardian. You guys have seen her pop up a bunch of times. She will hop on to talk about the conversation we're going to be having tonight, and that is: did the NBA get the schedule right? Dropped on the timeline today. And I was like, oh boy, we got it on and pop it. And I nailed it. I nailed this. I said that we would get LeBron James and the Philadelphia 76ers hopping in an Uber, taking a train, on a bus to the Garden as the, it still sounds crazy to say this, the reigning, defending champion New York Knicks get their rings, unveil the banner, multiple banners. You got the NBA Cup and you've got the championship, 53-year drought. It's over. So I knew once and I was on ESPN New York radio, and I was hosting while the news was in the midst of dropping. And I said, the Sixers will be at the Garden opening night. It's perfect. It's perfect. Now, I know a bunch of Knicks fans I saw on my timeline today, not exactly thrilled with, hey, we're allowing LeBron to steal the thunder. Like, this is our championship. It's ring night. It's the unveiling of the banner. And yet, the biggest story nationally will be LeBron making his debut in Philly. That it just is what it is. The biggest story that night won't be the Knicks winning the championship and them getting their rings and the banner getting unveiled. The biggest story on opening night of the NBA season, unfortunately, will be LeBron sporting a Sixers jersey, making his debut as the greatest player of all time enters year 24. As the oldest player in the league, shows you once again, I'm that dude. And yes, we, the Sixers, are contenders. And so a lot of Knicks fans not happy with that, kind of stealing their shine. But there is a contingent of the Knicks fan base that's like, yo, bring them on. They want the smoke. Let's do it. Let's continue to pack them up. We did so a couple years ago in 6 games. We swept them out of the playoffs this year. So how about we show you, as much as things have changed, they remain the same. Go ahead and add Jaylen Brown. Go ahead and add LeBron. Go ahead and add Dean Wade and KCP. Go ahead and add Ariel Hawkporty. We still gonna give it to y'all. Some of the Knicks fans feel that way. So I'm excited. Opening night, and we've got a game preceding that because there is a triple header taking place as we go through. So we'll go through a couple of things tonight. Christmas Day, of course, still a big story. I know the NFL. I love the NFL, but I don't love that they are. I don't even want to say trying to take Christmas away from the NBA. They've stolen it. So let's bring this up and show it to you. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Hang on. We got it. We got it. Just want to make sure it looks good. No, that doesn't look great. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out what the best layout is for this. Um, I don't like that. I'm not a fan. Whatever. Um, so here's what we have. Opening night, tip off actually starts during the day. And I know I saw a bunch of people complaining about this. I don't hate that the league is trying something new, man. Trying to be innovative. And during the day, give you Celtics Pistons. NBA's hot right now, coming off of a sensational run by the New York Knicks that captivated not just the city of New York, but the entire nation, because we know Knicks fans are nationwide. And so, fresh off of that, you've got some juice. There's a lot of buzz. We saw some activity during the offseason. And so why not try to capitalize off that momentum? Try something new. Give us a little day game. Celtics Pistons won't rate incredibly well. It's a Tuesday afternoon, but the Celtics fans will be into it. Pistons fans, same here. And if you're a basketball fan, I just don't understand how you would complain about that. Basketball fans are not complaining about it. You love the NBA, you want it on all day. Like, if you're a diehard football fan, you're not complaining about a 9:30 London game. Now, I understand that's Sunday. But the more the merrier if you are a true hoops fan. And so I like it. I'm not going to knock the NBA for that. You get Celtics. And by the way, weigh in the comments if you want to chime in on the conversation. Love to make it two-way. So you got Pistons, Celtics. Fantastic. I actually want to see if I could do something quickly here on the fly. Let's try to, because I just don't love the way the screen looks. So let's see if we can juice it up a little bit and just give you, all right, hang on, y'all. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. We figure this out. It's the same thing. I don't love that. Oh, here we go. This looks better. That looked good, right? That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. All right, here we go. Opening week, you've got Pistons hosting the Celtics post Jaylen Brown, Paul George making his debut in Boston. Then a game I will be at, Knicks, Sixers, pop and sizzle. Love it. Love it. Absolutely, absolutely love it, because I think, and some people might say, Ty, you're being a little bit too premature. I think these are the two best teams in the Eastern Conference. And I was tempted, I'll be honest, y'all. If I am to be transparent, I was tempted to anoint Philly. It's a damn good starting lineup, man. Now, obviously, the biggest variable is the health of Joel Embiid. But should be healthy to start the season, right? Edgecombe, Maxey, Brown, Embiid, LeBron, one of the best starting fives in basketball, if not the best. I was tempted to say that's the team to beat in the East. But because I'm respectful, no, I am on the radio in New York, and there are some folks who fix their lips to call me a Knick hater because they're dumb. I picked them to win the Eastern Conference. I picked against them in the finals, but I did say it would go 7 games. And if you are smart enough to understand when someone is predicting a series to go 7 games. What they're really saying is it could go either way. And so that is neither disrespectful or being a hater. Come fast forward to where we stand today. Out of respect for the Knicks, because we did watch them go 16-3 in the playoffs, we did see them set the all-time record for point differential. They spanked a 62-win Spurs team in 5 games, despite trailing in fourth quarters of every single one of them, despite the fact that the Spurs had home court advantage, despite the fact that the Spurs also entered the series with the best player in Victor Wembanyama, who sent the Thunder home, the defending champs. So in the face of all of that, the Knicks packed them up. And so I said, I'm not just going to ignore that, push that to the side and pretend it didn't happen. And they obviously will miss Mitchell Robinson, but I don't think it's the death sentence that some people pretend it's going to be. Outside of losing Mitch, they bring back the entirety of their team. Kept Clarkson, kept Alvarado. Deuce is there. Starting 5, we'll see what the Cat extension looks like. But the Knicks are still the best team, not just in the East, but in the NBA. And so they should be the favorites. Vegas doesn't think so. Vegas has San Antonio and OKC tied with the best odds. At last I checked, they also have the Sixers and Knicks tied with the best odds to win the championship. But I'm saying, despite flirting with, some other options, I've got the Knicks right now. It's August 11th. I reserve my right to change my opinion. Reserve the right to change my opinion. Got the Knicks coming out the East. Sixers right there, though. They are right there, y'all. First of all, Jaylen Brown, chip on the shoulder, Jaylen Brown, what does that look like? Now, he did play with a chip on his shoulder last year because he heard folks like us saying it was going to be a gap year. They lose Tatum. Oh, it's a gap year. Jaylen Brown said gap year what? Now, in the playoffs, they blow a 3-1 lead in the first round, but at least in the regular season, Jaylen Brown was an MVP candidate. Maxey, we know, is one of the 12 best players, 12 to 15 best players in the league. LeBron's LeBron, and while his age may say otherwise, he is still, even as the oldest player in the league, one of the best. And people like to pretend the old age means he's going to, how many games is he going to play? LeBron is not a guy who typically is hurt. Last year, he came in, had the sciatica, and that's why I think he only played 60 games. I expect him to be healthy. Now, will he load manage to some degree? Sure. But LeBron cares about awards, and so he is going to, best he can, put himself in position to hit that 65-game threshold. That's what I expect from LeBron. At the very least, 65 games. And so they'll have a top 3 record. And I think as the season progresses, maybe via the buyout market or whatever the case may be, that bench unit will improve. Because as we've seen the last 2 years, man, you got to be loaded. OKC showed that. The Knicks showed that. You can't be having starters go to the bench and then throw up all over yourself. You got to have some depth. And the Sixers will need to add that. So I think that this being an Eastern Conference Finals preview is the NBA getting it right. Then you move to the nightcap. It's a rematch of the Western Conference Finals. Oklahoma City losing in 7 games at home. Chet, what happened to you, bro? What happened to you? No shot. I think it was like the final. What did it end up being? 44 minutes of the game where your man's had 0 shot attempts? Come on, fam. Come on, dog. Come on. That can't happen, Chet. Oh my goodness. So Lou Dort, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, all gone. So they look a little bit differently. Three big pieces. Three big pieces. And so we see what Oklahoma City, hopefully you get a healthy season from J-Dub, which you did not have at all last year. But remember, they started the year, first couple weeks is like, hey, could they win 74 games? Then they cooled off. Injuries started to happen. And it was a wrap for that. But OKC, a lot of their fans would tell you, and even some in the media, if J-Dub and AJ Mitchell don't get hurt, they probably get to the finals, and some would say they win the title. Some would say they win the title because San Antonio's inexperience bit them. Oklahoma City, as the defending champions, we're not going to be spooked by the moment. We're not going to be spooked by Jalen Brunson. Now, maybe Jalen, because he's so damn good and the most clutch player in the league, is able to overcome it anyway. But I don't think if OKC, a healthy Thunder team, is given 5 double-digit fourth quarter leads, they're not blowing all of them. That ain't happening. It was a magical run for the Knicks. They absolutely earned it. They deserved it. Can't take anything away. And I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the fan base. And so with OKC, hopefully being healthy this year, maybe we do get a Knicks Thunder finals. Maybe we get a rematch of the Knicks Spurs. And now the Spurs, after, because we saw this in 2013, the way they lost the finals. And Greg Popovich pulls up in training camp and makes them rewatch the debilitating loss in Game 6, the Ray Allen game. And then that put a battery in their back. We saw it all year long. That team was not losing, and then they got the rematch, dusted the Heat in the finals. And so you get that OKC Spurs rematch as the nightcap on the Tuesday, October 20th to open the season. Next night, you get Giannis making his debut at home in Milwaukee, or at home in Miami, hosting the Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball-led Timberwolves nightcap. Luka, healthy Luka. Reeves fresh off getting paid. Walker Kessler with the bag hosting the Golden State Warriors, who unfortunately have decided they are punting on contending as Steph ends his career. Thursday night, Cavs, Sixers. Yo, the Eastern Conference is going to be lit this year, y'all. So Sixers at home, their home opener, Brown and Brown debuting. Maybe I should try to go to that game. The Cavs, and there's some. I'm going to be curious to see how the Cavs fans treat LeBron, because it would be kind of foul, man. Like, he brought y'all the championship in 2016. I know that he flirted with coming back, and that would have put you guys over the hump, in my opinion. So is there still are they salty? It would. I think it'd be out of pocket for Cavs fans. And look, the Cavs fans won't be in showing up overwhelmingly in Philly, but I think just as we watch this throughout the year, it would be kind of out of pocket for the Cavs to like boo LeBron or have any type of ill will or disdain for him. But that's a beauty. Cavs at Sixers on October 22nd, a Thursday. And then you've got Nuggets and the Thunder. So you've got, and obviously you have more games, but these are the nationally televised that I'm showing you. You've got the Nuggets in Oklahoma City, the Joker. Man, Joker, since that championship in 2023, not a lot of deep playoff runs. And I get the injuries. Aaron Gordon, if he doesn't get hurt last year, I think Oklahoma or Denver might win the championship. But a lot of pressure on the Nuggets, man. When you're the best player in the world, and I still give Joker that title because Wemby had a chance to really grab it. He grabbed it for a brief moment, and some would say it's unfair for him to have had it, and then you take it away from him because he had a bad finals. What I'm saying is, my man, the turnover in what was that? Game 2, you just threw the ball away. Then you had a chance to win it, missed the shot. You won game 3. You've got a 29-point lead in the guard. Make a basket, Wemby. You've got a lead in game 5. Just make a basket. Make a play if you're the best player in the world. And he couldn't do it. Came up small. He choked. Then you walked off the court. Can't shake hands. Come on, my man. That was whack. Shouldn't factor into whether or not you're the best player in the world. But I think there's low-key a lot of pressure on Wemby. All the hype, the noise, folks feeling like we prematurely coronated him. And that's going to be a conversation too. Like, I think Joker's got pressure. Everywhere LeBron goes, he has pressure. I don't think the Knicks have any pressure this year. You haven't had a repeat champion in a decade. If the pressure was on them last year to just get to the finals, they didn't just do that. They won the championship in dominating fashion. But pressure on Wemby. You got pressure on Joker. I think my man Luka's got some pressure too. Like, this is the squad you wanted. Storylines galore. Friday, we hit y'all with the Knicks going to Boston. Man, you with the ops now, Mitchell Robinson. You hanging with the ops. Mitchell Robinson wearing a Celtic uniform, dapping up his old teammates, which is a little weird because Mitchell Robinson, he still wants to be a New York Knick. I guess he's got to try to act like he wants to be in Boston. He wants to be with the Knicks. And then the nightcap, the Rockets and the Spurs. I'm going to try to pull up quickly the Christmas Day games because I've got more takeaways on the Christmas Day than possibly on the opening weekend, or the opening week, I should say. So the Christmas Day games, my first real takeaway is, let me try to pull it up, make sure, opening week, here we go. My first real takeaway, we're going to try to clean it up. All right. So Knicks Spurs, we knew was going to happen. As I said, I predicted we were going to get Knicks Sixers to open the season. Knicks Spurs, come on. It's the rematch of the finals. That tends to be how the NBA does it. Noon, slightly disrespectful. Should be more prime time, but is the NBA up, trying to battle against the NFL? Giannis going to Boston, a team he should have been traded to. Celtics, man, you got to be serious. If you're about winning championships, if you pride yourself on the banners you're hanging in Boston, go get Giannis. Go get Giannis. The Celtics right now, if you're trading Jaylen Brown, you should not be doing so for Paul George. Go get Giannis. An embarrassment from the Boston Celtics. But we got that. Miami going to Boston, rivalry renewed. And then Giannis. Does he get booed by the Celtics fans? It's not his fault. Sixers in LA. LeBron returns to Los Angeles. He'll get a standing ovation. The reception will be deserved, much deserved. And if you're a Laker fan, you're booing LeBron, you're an idiot. So that should be fun. Luka against LeBron again. And I say again because there was an infamous Friday night Luka versus LeBron game. I think it might have gone to double overtime many, many years ago. But, obviously they were teammates. And now they're back to being foes. And so that should be fun in LA. Here's where I have a bit of a discrepancy. So LaMelo and Oklahoma City got it. You know what's more fun to me? Indiana with Halliburton back, returning to the scene of the crime of him tearing his Achilles. That's more fun. Halliburton and the Pacers going to Oklahoma City on Christmas Day, a lot more fun to me. You got a rematch of last year's NBA Finals and then a rematch of the Finals 2 years ago that could have gone either way, that's more fun to me. But LaMelo, Ant-Man hosting OKC, which, by the way, OKC did win the title. They were excellent. Like, once again, number 1 seed. They were a whisker away from getting back to the finals. Y'all putting them on the road on Christmas Day is a touch disrespectful. And then the nightcap, you've got the Nuggets in San Francisco to take on the Warriors. So I think the NBA nails it with the first matchup, Spurs, Knicks. Hit me up in the comments if you guys want to chime in. Spurs, Knicks, they nailed that one. Sixers, Lakers, absolutely. I would have liked to have seen, as I just said, Thunder, Pacers. I would have liked to have seen maybe Warriors, Celtics. Warriors, Celtics, or Warriors, Heat, where you get Jimmy against his former team. Or I guess we don't even. Yeah, Jimmy should be back by Christmas Day. I'm not fascinated by Nuggets Warriors. I get that was a matchup in the playoffs a couple years ago. That doesn't fascinate me. I understand there's some juice with Miami and Boston. I'm good on it. And so Warriors Heat. I think I like that. And then maybe you do Nuggets Celtics. You got to have the Celtics on Christmas Day. You got to have the Nuggets on Christmas Day because of Joker. But I think instead of Minnesota being there, maybe you put Oklahoma City. But here's my biggest takeaway. Kevin Durant did not retire this past offseason. Kevin Durant is still one of the best players in basketball. And look, I'm a Laker fan, but if Kevin Durant were healthy, the Rockets do win that series against the Lakers. And so I find it to be incredibly disrespectful that KD, one of the defining players of this generation, Kevin Durant, who, yes, was the best player on those Warriors teams that went back-to-back, the last time we had repeat champions, was the finals MVP, was the guy responsible for hitting the biggest shots. That Kevin Durant is not hurt. It's not in the midst of some trade rumors, so you don't know where. I guess maybe that could be the case. Could he request a trade? Maybe he's on a different team. Maybe that's the explanation for it. Otherwise, KD should be playing on Christmas Day. That's an NBA legend who may not still be in his prime, but he's still a pretty damn good basketball player. Still one of the 15 best players in the league. An icon. And we're not going to have him on Christmas Day? What's that about? Look, as I'm talking through it, the only thing I can assume is that this is about not knowing, because look, there was the burner account situation. And so is there the possibility we get to training camp, the noise gets louder about the unhappiness in that locker room between him and his teammates? They're not getting along. Does that lead to a request to the Rockets prior to Christmas trade him? That's the only explanation I can have for him not being on the floor on Christmas Day. You've got LeBron, you've got Steph, you don't have KD. Those are the three defining players of this generation. Those are the three defining players of this generation. To start the 2010s, we had KD versus LeBron. LeBron obviously wins that battle. Then we had KD versus Steph. Then we had KD and Steph versus Bron. Gotta have that. Or see, here's what the league could have done. Here's what the league could have done. So put to the side my scenario of Halliburton making his return to Oklahoma City. And instead of Minnesota, you got the Pacers there. Let's just remove Minnesota and Oklahoma City from the equation. You have Denver and Oklahoma City play. Rematch from the playoffs 2 years ago. 7-game series. Sensational. Houston versus Golden State. We just had, with KD making his comments about how the Sixers are more of a super team than the Warriors were, and he had his reasons for it. Klay Thompson was never an MVP in anything. He put Draymond's numbers up there, and there was some shade that people felt was thrown in the direction of his former teammates. Klay Thompson put something on his Instagram about it. You had Draymond doing a bit on it on his podcast. So there's some smoke. Take advantage of that. Why not put Golden State versus Houston at 8 o'clock? KD in Golden State, San Francisco. So you can hear the fans, let them have it, despite the fact that they don't win those 2 championships without him. But it adds some luster. It adds some juice. And in Golden State, Houston, remember all those playoff series? In 15, they played. In 16, 17, and 18. It was 4 straight years. You had Golden State and Houston. So why not do that? Knicks, Spurs, got it. Heat, Celtics, I'm cool with it. Sixers, Lakers, gotta have it. Next up, Houston at Golden State. Houston at Golden State, Denver at Oklahoma City. Fixed it for you. Fixed it for you. At Ty D Butler, that's where you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. Get at me on YouTube. I will be back tomorrow with Claire DeLune. We'll be talking NBA schedule. Hit on some Lakers stuff. Are the Knicks being disrespected? And a whole lot more. So we'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern. So be there. Whether you're watching us on Twitter, streaming us on YouTube, whatever the case may be, like, share, subscribe, retweet. We can get it popping because we're trying to blow this thing up. We're trying to do that big time. More consistently, talking to y'all every single day on about the hottest topics in all the sports. You know, I'll give y'all the baseball. The Yankees about to start. That's why I'm about to hop off. We're going to hit on the Yankees postseason run coming up. Boone gave us an update. Bellinger, Stanton, Aaron Judge, saying those guys will be coming back. And I think the order he said was, that might be the order. Stanton, Bellinger, then Judge. So the Yankees started a series with the Mariners. Red Sox started losing, so it looks like the Yankees, I mean, it's August 11th, we'll see. But for the moment, are holding on to that number 1 wild card. So we'll talk some Yankees, do some baseball over the next 2 months, of course. NFL, man, hitting you heavy. Heavy on the NFL. Jets, high expectations for your Giants. Very low expectations for my Jets. But we'll get to it. We'll get to that. Believe that. We'll get to the Jets and Giants. And then go all around the NFL. That's why I'll be on here every day breaking down, reacting to each week. And there will be a big story every single day of the NFL season. So I'm looking forward to that. And then not too long from now, man, it's crazy. It feels like the NBA season just ended, just wrapped up, and we've all October 20th. It's not that far away. Shout out BX_Mel. I see you, baby. Pulling up via the YouTube chat. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, hit me up in the comments, man. We'll shout you out. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. We in here, baby. We are in here. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I started this channel a little more than a year ago. And my plan was to be on every day. But life happens. Things hit you and kind of throw you off your path. But we are about to take this to the next level. If you go on YouTube, you can see that I've already changed some of the layout. Got a new banner. Got a profile pic I'm about to hit y'all with. So pull up, man. Pull up. I'm really excited. I'm really excited because we are building an audience. Shout out to the radio station I host on ESP New York. Big up to the TV station I'm on, SNY. I'll be on there Friday night. And I got the Ty Butler show every Sunday from 8 to noon. I have been able to create some buzz and some juice for myself. And now I've got a little bit of an audience, which means that I've got to be more consistent on the YouTube channel. I've got to be more consistent. That's all it comes down to. Hone your craft. You know what you got to do. You know your stuff. Just give the people what they want. We'll have some guests pull up. The takes always going to ring. I've got takes for days, y'all. I got takes on everything. We're going to do it. I don't know why I just hit my Millie Rock. Millie Rock. So we're going to do that, man. Every single day. I'm still working on the time slot. And the reason why I'm waiting is because I have some things that might be happening. And I also have some pretty cool news I'm going to share with y'all about something I'm doing at the end of this month on a national stage that is going to be really, really awesome for your boys. So lock into me at Ty D Butler, streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe. Tell your boys, your girls, to everyone. Tell them to pull up, subscribe to the channel. We here. Like Khaled said, we taking over. So some cool stuff I would share with the channel about an opportunity that has come my way for the end of the month, the last 2 weeks of the end of the month. So I'm excited about that. And as I said, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And we will be back tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern. Claire DeLune's going to hop on, and we will talk some more NBA. Holla at your boy. Peace and love. Enjoy the rest of your night. Deuces, y'all.